Hi, Virgo. It's Angela from Grounded Dreamers. We're here to do your sort of mid-May reading for the second half of May, or your reading for your soul whenever it chooses to align with this guidance, right? Sometimes we can come upon these videos and it's like, nah, I don't have the energy for that, or that's not something that's important to me right now. I don't need to shift that in myself. And sometimes it's like, oh, I want to, but let me just put it aside for now. And then of course, sometimes it never occurred to me to think of this, to think of working on this part of myself. So let me try it. Let me see, let me explore it. So there are different ways to approach these readings, but just remember, they're all about energy and what's, sort of unseen in your soul, and ways that you can put into practice, ways to transform and to shift and to grow yourself. So yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, so I pulled cards from a butterfly based deck for us at this time that are really talking about transforming. And butterflies depict transformation, metamorphosis, and becoming that which you really never saw before, right? As the caterpillar is in the chrysalis and just in there, has no idea, but it just naturally moves with the energy that it's given. And this is where we're at for you, Virgo. The guidance that I got for you is keep the faith. So I feel if you are feeling challenged or locked out, in your own chrysalis, or unsure of what's to come, unsure of, if I take this step, what will that result in? This is going to be a little practice in holding true to believing in the unseen, right? Believing that things are turning out for you exactly as they should, even without really, quote unquote, knowing, right? Faith to me is the deepest of knowings. And, it's a tenuous relationship sometimes, because as human beings, we really want to know outcomes. We just want to be able to know so we can know how we're going to feel, right? And in this concept of keeping the faith, we don't really get to know exactly how that's going to look when we move through any kind of a period, a challenge or an exciting thing or anything. So keeping the faith is the message right now. Let me show you what the Zen cards have said. We've got starting point here, starting point, internal support, external manifestation. And then we have, the pivot card here, the key to moving forward. And then we travel through the energies to get to this higher level of seeing things, a higher level of awareness. Okay, your starting point, Virgo, as it pertains to keeping the faith. Now, put into your mind or start to embody and feel a situation where you feel sort of disconcerted or disenfranchised or uncertain or vulnerable. Think of that situation, and we'll talk about how to move through that so that we can see it through to the other end, okay? Oh, well, look at that. Your starting card is suppression. So this is depicting our blocks, right? Which we all have, we all carry. Some of us have a little more logjam within, right, than others. But we all do. We all come across something. Oh, you know what? That doesn't feel so good. I'm going to just put it away right now. I don't want to address it. But over time, what does that become? It becomes a tangled web, super dense energy within us. Sometimes it could turn into physical manifestations for some of us of, physical issues. We can make ourselves sick, really. We know this by not living clearly and cleanly and moving through each emotion as it comes through, and allowing everything, all the feelings and all the experiences to come through. We might welcome some to stay if they feel great, but we can let them pass through if they don't feel so great, right? But this is the result of not tending to that process. So when we're feeling uncertain and worried and vulnerable, and that we don't have any faith, that energy brings us into a heavier space, right? So we're going to try to figure out how to do away with this, or how to allow for clean transportation of all our feelings and all our experiences through our body, through our energetic self, and then, you know, out of our experience if we don't want to hang on to it. Within us, thinking of this process of not holding everything in, not tamping everything down within us, what do we have? We have the source. So this is, you know, this is that concept of we are the creator of our experience. Deep in our soul is our light. You know, deep into the origins of who we are is the connection to all that is, to the universe, to God, to, you know, whatever the semantics are, whatever words you use. This is a universal energy that we can all tap into, that we can all flow from. And it's pure light. And, you know, no roadblocks, no suppression. So shifting from this human experience of, I don't want to feel that, I'm going to put it away, shifting from that to, well, you know what? Everything I experience helps me grow. So let me let it in. Let me allow it in, and let me see what path it takes me down so that I can clear it more quickly. That's source talking, right? And within you, you know this. It's a matter of putting it into practice, and as you know, and not expecting perfectionism either, because then we end up suppressing even more if we're beating ourselves up for not succeeding perfectly, right? So it's really a matter of like kind of like loosening that space within and opening up for possibilities. And but look what it does on your, this is the external world. This is your daily life, your waking life space, this card, and we got transformation. You have the power right now, Virgo, to clear one by one, clear the stuff that's held down, that's not serving you, and move forward in light, and then grow from it. Wow, this is a beautiful alignment here, you know, and all the time keeping the faith that you have the power to do this, and keeping the faith that it will work out if I trust myself, if I trust my own light. The key to moving forward, and this card is kind of like a pivot. It's like a point to focus on in order to come to your next, you know, be in touch with your higher self on a higher level. That key is participation. This could mean actual others, you know, other people in your life that can help you through this process, right? This could be a therapist, this could be an advisor, a coach, you know, your loved ones, your children, you know, they're wonderful teachers. Children live in the moment. They're wonderful teachers. So, but this participation card is asking you to look around for the support that you have. It could also be energetic support. This could be the divine, you know, showing you, your guides, showing you they're always near, and they're always helping you to transform these energies. It's just a matter of calling to them and acknowledging that they're there. And like I said, this could also be, you know, your group, your little posse in life, and the people that you surround yourself for support. So this is an important factor in being able to move forward. And they also, you know, those energies or those people or those spirits around you help you keep the faith, because they represent that. They represent faith by being there in support. Okay, then your last two cards here are sort of your outcome. And you got the maturity card here. This is your wisdoms, your knowledge, your life experience, and all the things you've learned from them, and being able to rest, you know, in peace, rest in this peaceful space, knowing it's all working out. There is a good, this is a good component to have, is your wisdom and your maturity, and the path of all the things you've learned in order to help you keep that faith. because the you that has traveled through all these experiences in life to reach this place of, oh, you know what, everything really is working out, and I can trust that. That goes hand in hand with this keep the faith card. I love it. And then the final card is completion. Like you, so say there is a challenge you're up against. You put all these practices into place. You clear out old information. You clear out old feelings. You're guided by your you know, the soul of who you are. You're guided by source to shift and make changes. Make sure you stay and acknowledge the help of others. And then like you get through it, right? You move through it. And then that final puzzle piece gets to be put into place. And then you open up to a new challenge, right? So I love that there was kind of a beginning and an end to that spread. Really a template of how to move through this stuff sometimes. There are moments where keeping the faith or being able to trust in the unseen, there are moments when that's very difficult as a human being. It's very hard. Like, how can I have faith when I've been beaten down this many times or whatever? But remember, that's this energy talking, this suppression, because when we hang on, yeah, we have an uncomfortable experience and it knocks our faith off the charts for a minute. But clinging to that discomfort keeps it there. Staying focused on this went wrong, keeps it there. So, this went wrong. Yeah. Next time I'm going to take a beat, or I'm going to pause, or I'm going to try a new way, right? It's just a matter of shifting your perspective on it, really. And it's not always easy. It's a simple concept, but it's not easy all the time. But you can do it. You got it. You're so strong, Virgo. You got this. Okay. Thanks for being here with me. It was good to see you, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.